Now, Mars is of particular importance in this chart because Mars deals with physical activity. So in astrology, Mars deals with anything that rules the physical body. Venus and Mars work together. Venus says, here's what I want, and Mars says, I'm going to get it. Okay? I like to call Mars the dumb jock of the zodiac. He's not smart, but he's important because he deals with our physical body. That's also why in astrology we separate love and physical intimacy. Those two things are different. Mars deals with the physical intimacy piece. Venus deals with the love piece. Okay? So we keep those two things separate. But this is someone who is a professional athlete. And as such, when you're dealing with athletics, Mars is a super, super important planet to work with. So we have Mars and Taurus here. Okay, if you were to look up Mars and Taurus, you would likely see a lot of things like, oh, it's not very good, it's not very strong. And to be fair, it's not. And it's because Mars is in a sign whose power comes from Venus. I sometimes call Mars and Taurus the linebacker in a tutu, okay? Because Mars is in a sign that it is not comfortable with at all, okay? It would be like telling someone to go fight and then having the person say, yeah, I'd rather just sit here and have a drink, or I'd rather sit here and sit down and have a nice meal with this person. Can we do that? Mars and Taurus would, in many cases, rather not get off the couch. Okay, they want, Taurus is a sign that wants comfort. It's Venus ruled. So you see the disconnect? Mars and Taurus, when it comes up in a chart, can be very challenging for motivation and for physical activity. Now, you're thinking, John, did you see her skate? How could you say that? It's like, yeah, I saw her skate and she's amazing. And lazy is certainly not a word that came to mind when I was watching her perform. In this particular case, we have what's called a planet in detriment. Mars is in its detriment in Taurus, which means it starts off 2 lengths behind everybody else. But with a planet in detriment, if you work at it, no matter what the planet is, if you work at it, you can make more progress than people who have Mars in a very powerful sign to start. It's like being very talented at something or having to really work at it. Now, remember earlier I was saying how Taurus is the most fixed sign of the zodiac, determined / stubborn? I need you to think about the determination that is possible with someone with Mars in Taurus. This is a person who is never going to give up. When it comes to physical activity, athletics, this is a person who's going to do it over and over and over again. And again, remember, we have Venus and Virgo. They're going to redo it and redo it and redo it and redo it until it's perfect. This is, on paper, this looks like it's a problem. But on a number of times I've said, it's all about how you use the energy in the chart. Okay? Alysa Liu has taken that Mars and Taurus and really, really used it to her benefit because she practices hard, she's very determined, and she wants things to be perfect. And what is interesting is that Taurus is, as I said a moment ago, a Venus-ruled sign. And so Venus deals with beauty. So what is she trying to do? She's working toward something that is beautiful. She's determined to make something that's beautiful and graceful. And so when you're looking at your chart, and especially, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at your own chart and going, oh, I have a planet in detriment, that's awful. You have the opportunity to work with that planet so that it can benefit you. Alysa Liu has definitely done that. And that's a good lesson for all of us because we all have planets that kind of suck. I know I do. I've got 2 planets in detriment. So over the years, I've had to work on those planets, whatever area those planets are in, or cover, I should say, and that helps you make them better. I can tell you I'm living proof of it. It can take a while, but it's important to understand that when you start with a chart your chart, anybody's chart, it's where you start and not where you finish that's important. And obviously, Alysa Liu could be quite lazy. And maybe when she's not skating, she is. I hope that she is, considering how much work she does in her skating life. Hopefully when she's off, she does nothing. Okay? But with Mars and Taurus, we might not start off great, but with the determination that comes with Mars and Taurus, you can see where it's gone.